Hi, this is Reese Williams here today with Tagible. I'm here with Alec Gress, who is an agent with Remax. We are going to be walking through how to set up and use a Tagible account. So I'm Alec. I'm going to go ahead and walk through all the tips and tricks in terms of how to set up your account, feature channels, videos, build a newsletter, all that type of good stuff. If you want to just kind of ask questions as you have them, that would be great. Does that sound like a good game plan?
Yeah, that sounds good to me, Reese.
Great, fantastic. So I'm going to start off here with kind of the basics. As most of you know here, and Alec, as I'm sure you know, this is kind of the front end of your Taggable site. So this is where you can feature an individual video. We call it the feature slider video. Over here on the right-hand side is what's called most popular videos. What that is that's an algorithm on our back end that essentially says, hey, look, what has the most popular YouTube views, that type of stuff. And so it's giving you dynamic feedback in terms of what video is the most popular. Down below here, we have featured channels. And what a featured channel is that's just a different way to kind of organize video by a series of topics. As you can see, we got market update, for buyers, for sellers, home improvement, industry update, etc. What's cool is if you click into one of these, a couple of different things I want to highlight here. So I'm going to click into home improvement, and you'll notice a couple of things here. So first off, this is the video. These are all the videos in the home improvement. I can scroll over like this, but then if I scroll down here, you'll notice that there's a number of sub-channels in the home improvement. So if I click here into, let's say, backyard, for example, you'll notice here that it starts to create a breadcrumb in terms of home improvement, backyard, and you get all the videos under the backyard. The other two things I want to kind of highlight here inside of the channel viewer is first the share channel. This is where you can share an individual video or a channel, and you can share it to social media, so Twitter and Facebook, or you can send this video in a one-off email. So it's a great way to kind of send this, whether you're sending it just to a buyer or seller, something like that. Second thing I want to highlight here is what we've also done here is we have the ability to add a call to action next to every video. And so you see where my mouse is right here, Alec? You'll know that you'll notice that what we can do is we can actually add a call to action or a button. And essentially what a call to action is any kind of next step, so it's a link. So whether you want to set up something that says, hey, look, schedule a open house with me, or learn more, or want to see this listing, or contact me, something like that, we can set it up so it links directly to them. We can do that with every single video there.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, before you move on there, Reese, I got a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
So that share channel button, you mentioned Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. Does the site automatically take my Twitter and Facebook, or do I have to add that to this taggable library beforehand, or what?
Good question. So specifically what it does is it'll know that it'll automatically link into your Facebook or Twitter account. So if you've logged into it, it'll automatically log into it. So when you go ahead and hit this share channel button, this is going to share this video to your Facebook account. Now, one other note, let's say that you have two Facebook's accounts. So one's your personal account and one is, say, a business account. You'll have to toggle, you'll have to go into Facebook and toggle it to your business account if you ultimately want to share this video to your business page. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's key, because I actually have 2 pages myself.
Great, great, fantastic, fantastic. So I'm going to come back in here to the front end, and I just want to highlight 2 more things and then jump into the back end, and I'll show you how the back end works in terms of how to set it up. So first thing I want to just highlight here is down below here, cities. What this is as I've showed you before, is we have a whole marketplace of hyper-local markets throughout the state of Colorado. And you have the ability to add all of these to your page, which we've gone ahead and done. You also have the ability to kind of move them around, and so that you can highlight whatever city that you want to show first. When you click into a city, so for example Denver, what it's going to show is it's going to show all the things to do and events inside of Denver. So you notice we've got things to do and events, and let's click on things to do, for example. And you'll notice it's got all the things to do. So here's the Botanic Garden, and then it's also got everything organized by category. So nature and parks, sites, landmarks, etc., etc.
That's really cool. Hey, so I got a quick question for you, Reese. So you had all those Colorado cities and stuff like that below. My main area of operation is going to be in Golden and Boulder.
Yep.
And a lot of those other cities don't necessarily pertain as much to me. So is there a way I could feature just the Golden and Boulder channels under my featured channels instead of them getting kind of lost in all the other cities? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, it's a great question. What you can do here is actually under Manage Homepage, and I'll show you that here in a second. You can actually feature and move around just the cities that you want to show up. So specifically in your case, Golden and Boulder.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay.
Great. Two other things I just want to show you here on the front end before we kind of jump in the back end. So first off, we have the ability to embed all of this stuff that you see here inside your native website. All you need to do is you can generate an embed code, and I can show you how to generate an embed code. And then you can drop that into the back end of your WordPress or whatever hosting platform you have for your native website. The other thing you'll notice here is you can actually update your social media links. So you can add social media links and update a logo, and I'll show you how to do all those things.
So let me get this straight then. So it's going to be on my website. There's not going to be any not taggable or anything like that.
Good question. Good question. Yep, absolutely. So when this uploads to your website, it'll be a seamless embed so that it won't say .taggable. It'll just say your site. So for example, let's say your site is alexgress.com. It'll just be a tab on your site, and you'll see everything that you see here below this line. So you won't see any of the logo or the social media or the login. You'll just see everything below this line.
Okay, and the colors are customizable and everything like that, the logo.
Yes, all that stuff is customizable. So.
Okay, and one
yeah.
more quick question regarding embedding.
Yep.
So as you know, I sell homes for a living. I'm not Steve Jobs or anything like that. So if I actually have an IT person manage my website, so basically I would just have you send him the code or something like that. They would just embed that, or.
Yep, exactly. What I can actually show you is I can actually show you how to generate your own embed code, and I'll show you how to do that. And then all you got to do is give that embed code to your IT person. And like I said, he just creates a new WordPress page. And specifically, the one note is when you create a new WordPress page, there's two options. One is to either put it in the text editor or the visual editor. You need to put it in the text editor, and then you just go ahead and hit publish, and everything, like I said, below this line right here will go ahead and show up on your native website.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Okay.
Great, great. So first step here, in order to kind of log in the back end, just click this login button. It's going to have a light box that'll appear. Just go ahead and put in your credentials, so your email and your password that you have. And then you can tell that you are signed in as soon as what'll happen is you'll see your email address appear in the upper right-hand corner in place of that login sign. So right here, I've got my email address, and you'd have the same thing. When you go ahead and click on the email address, you get a large drop-down menu. Don't worry about it. A lot of these things don't exist in yours. Part of these is just because I'm a super admin. But really what we're going to do is we're going to focus on 3 or 4 of these things that run kind of 90% of all the functionality in your site. So the first place we're going to go is into library. And what this is this is the back end of your library where all your videos sit. So one important distinction here, Alec, is the fact that your library on the back end of it has all these videos. Just because a video sits in the back end of your library doesn't mean that it shows up on the front end. You have to specifically tell a video or a channel to show up on the front end, and we call that featuring here at Tagible. And I'll show you how to do that. But just because you have all these videos that are sitting on the back end of your library doesn't mean they're showing up on the front end. So don't worry too much about that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Great. So a couple things here. Your site is set up in a couple of different ways. So first off, you got a folder structure here on the left-hand side. This folder structure is very similar to kind of a Mac Finder window. When you see the folders on the left-hand side, you can pretty much think of a folder as a channel. So a folder is synonymous with a channel. You'll notice here that whenever you select a folder or a channel, so I've selected all videos right now, you've got 7,600 videos, and again, just because you have 7,600 videos doesn't mean all of them are showing up on the front end. But you'll notice that these on the right hand side are where all the videos sit. So if I were to click on my videos, you have just 57. These are all the videos right here. So it's a different way to kind of look at it. Specifically, your site is pretty much broken down into two main spots. So the first is my videos, and what my videos is these are any video that you specifically add to your site. So whether we link your own YouTube channel to the site, or you find a great video on the internet that you want to add, they will show up under my videos. And let's say that you do find a great video on the internet that you want to add. To go ahead and do that, it's very easy. All you got to do is hit this add video button, and then you can copy and paste in the URL, and that URL can be for any YouTube or Vimeo individual channel, playlist, or video. And again, that'll show up under my videos, and all you got to do is hit import videos. Now,
so if I wanted to create, let's say I have my own training, let's say I produce my own listings videos.
Yep.
And they're all on YouTube. I can just take for each URL the URL and just copy and paste it and tell it what folder to go into?
Yes, exactly. So that's exactly right. So like I said, under add video, let's say you got a listing video, you can copy and paste it in here, and it'll show up under my videos. But if you want to send it to a specific channel under my videos, you can open it up, and we've got a couple of test folders in the site right here. But let's say that you had a listing, you could actually pick this test folder, so it'll show up under this test folder. Does that make sense? And when I say folder, I mean channel.
Yeah, so one more quick question to tag along that. So I actually have all my listings videos broken down into geographical territory, and they're all in different playlists. Is there a way I can just take all the videos, at once instead of meticulously going through each one and picking the URL?
Great question. Instead of actually grabbing the URL for each video, the best way to do it is you can actually just grab the URL for each playlist, and then you can essentially sync your YouTube playlist to a channel in Tagible. So for example, let's say that you have a listing that's the Denver listings. You can copy and paste in that YouTube playlist, and let's say that this test channel right here, so let's say that this test folder is actually your Denver listings channel. You can actually pick it and then go ahead and import it. And then what's cool is every time you upload a new video into your Denver listings YouTube playlist, it'll automatically sync into your Tagible Denver listings channel. Does that make sense?
Okay. That's kind of cool. But okay, so one more quick question here. When someone clicks on one of my listings videos in the front end, what happens? Does the video just play kind of right in there, or does it, do you get taken to another video after it's finished or something like that?
Yes, great question. So you know that how at the end of when you're watching a YouTube video, you typically end up seeing a kind of mosaic or recommended videos of next videos to watch, and oftentimes those videos are not related to any of the videos that you have. Well, what's nice about what Tagible can do is we strip out not only all the pre-roll ads, but we strip out all those suggested videos at the end of a video. So all you're going to see are the videos in your Tagible channel. you're not going to get any recommendations for anything else. So what's really nice is the next video that people watch will be the next video in your Tagible channel.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So one more quick question. I'm actually kind of knowledgeable, about SEO and stuff like that. And I know Google ranks, video a little bit higher in terms of SEO and stuff like that. If someone types in, things to do in events in Golden, and since I have that video content within my library, is that going to help me with my personal SEO?
So the way that SEO works is SEO only, or Google only gives you a bump in SEO if you specifically produce the video. And the reason why that's the case is let's say that I produce a video and that you're using it, I'm using it, and somebody else is using it. Well, Google's then is sitting there and saying, well, who of these three do I give it credit to? We can't give an SEO bump to all three. We're only going to give it to whoever produces the video. So for you specifically, since you're producing all your own listing videos, we have the ability to go ahead and index both the title and the description, and then that'll give you an SEO bump. However, if you're just looking for things to do in Golden and that was produced by somebody else, you won't get any SEO benefit for the Golden content. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes good sense to me.
Great. So again, just kind of showing you all this stuff over here. My videos is anything that you specifically add. The next major folder you have here on the left-hand side is Marketplace, and as I've kind of described to you beforehand, what we do here at Tagible is we have a team of curators who their whole job is to find and organize content on the internet. And they then organize that into kind of big, like what we like to call marketplaces. And we have a number of marketplaces that you have the ability to kind of pick and choose content from. And what we've done in this site is we've just added a handful of marketplaces. So specifically, we added the sports and outdoors marketplace. We added the real estate marketplace, and just so you know, we have two different marketplaces in the real estate. One is agent-facing content, and the other is consumer-facing content. And you'll notice how if I open up the consumer one, there's all sorts of channels and sub-channels under each one. So for buyers, getting a mortgage, vacation properties, all that type of good stuff. You'll notice the same thing under the agent-facing content, so industry update, real estate topics, personal improvement, et cetera.
I basically go through these marketplaces, and I can pick and choose, what channels I want to feature from the ones that you guys make.
Exactly. What we're essentially doing is we're organizing it into what we think is the best, and then you can kind of pick and choose of those channels what you want to go ahead and use or feature on the front end of your Tagible library.
Okay, and so me as an individual agent, what would you recommend? Should I do only consumer-facing content, or should I also dive in and do agent-facing content? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
So it's kind of up to you in terms of how you're specifically kind of reaching out to your network of individuals. I would probably say, and what we typically have for most agents, is most agents utilize the consumer marketplace kind of 90% in terms of there's market update, for buyers, for sellers, home improvement, all that type of good stuff. However, there is a handful of content under the agent facing that is compelling content as well. So industry update has a more in-depth kind of look at the industry, meaning housing market report in the news from the experts. This real estate topic really isn't content that you're going to use for marketing to your network, but may be helpful for just you in general as an agent. So there is some good content here under the agent marketplace. However, I think the majority of content that you're going to use is the consumer marketplace. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so let's go. If you open up the agent marketplace again, you said the industry update section dives deeper in to that kind of stuff. If I wanted to feature only, let's say, from the experts in housing market reports, I could just only feature those versus having to feature, say, the entire agent marketplace?
Yes, exactly. So that's kind of the next place where I was going, and I'll go ahead and show you how to do that right now. Let's say that you do want to feature these channels. So the way to do that is let's say I want to feature from the experts, the way is to click on the channel, and then you'll notice that next to the name of the channel from the experts, see a little wrench icon. And to go ahead and feature that, I just click on the wrench and say feature on homepage. And what's going to happen is it's going to pull up the thumbnails from every video inside that channel. I'll go ahead and pick this one of Brian Buffini, and I'm just going to hit apply. And what's going to happen is you're going to get a little yellow star and a little notification saying success. So it is now featured on the front end of your library. And let's go ahead and do that as well with the housing market report. So click on housing market report, click on the little wrench icon, say feature on homepage. I'll pick this guy right here, hit apply, and get the little yellow star. And now when I go back out to the front end of your library, it's taking just a minute to load up. However, what we'll end up seeing is we'll see both of these channels here. There's the market update and housing market reports under featured channels.
Okay, and so once again, with these marketplace channels, you have a team of people or whatever that update that every week. So as if I'm building up my library, and let's say I wanted to send a newsletter. Let's say I wanted to feature the content that was new.
Yep.
Is there a way that I can be notified of Is there a certain time of day where, okay, this is when the new content is going to be added, or is it every day? When will I know, what the new content is and when it's going to be uploaded in there?
Great question. So our team of curators is constantly working on this. They're constantly adding new content. There's not one set time in terms of when new content is added. However, this kind of gets into the sort functionality over here on the right-hand side. So let's say I click on the real estate and I want to pull up all the videos from both marketplaces. So 14,000 videos here. And I want to see what's the latest videos. Well, you'll notice when I click on the sort, it has the ability to sort things chronologically, alphabetically, and by the number of YouTube views. So it's defaulted to show you what's the latest video what's the latest video in the real estate industry. So, and you can even take that a step further. So let's say you want to do that for the consumer, or let's say we want to do it for the agent marketplace. It'll show you this Brian Buffini one was updated, let's see, 4 days ago. And so that's the latest one that's been updated. So again, that's the best way. What we are moving forward to with the product is we will here in the near term have the ability to send an email to you that says, and it'll be a weekly email that says, hey, look, these were a handful of the videos that were uploaded this past week. In case you want to update or in case you want to feature these videos or update it, things like that. So it'll give you a more dynamic feedback tool.
Oh, that's cool.
Great. So then just finishing this out here on the right-hand side, the last marketplace we have is Colorado. Again, since you're based here in Colorado, when you open this up, this shows you all the about Colorado, and then kind of the other component of that is the things to do in events. When I open that up, there's Colorado, and it's broken down by all the markets. So Denver, things to do, events, all that type of good stuff.
So
Obviously,
can I feature the Denver for things to do in events? Do I just do the golden star type thing for that?
Yes, you can do the golden star for that as well. So you notice that there's a little wrench icon up there as well, and you can either remove that or it's defaulted on, so it'll automatically feature for you.
Okay.
And then obviously this Keller Williams we'll go ahead and get rid of. This is just a demo site here, but we'll go ahead and remove that since that is not applicable for you.
So quick question for you, Reese. I work for Remax or Remax Brokerage.
Yep.
And I know that the company produces a lot of cool videos too, just about Remax, the brand, the history, all that stuff. Do I have to pull those myself from YouTube, or how would you recommend featuring some of those videos?
Yes, good question. So what we can actually do here is we have the ability to go ahead and add that to yours. You'll notice there's this import community button You will actually not see that button because that button is only for super admins. However, what's nice is our team of curators have also curated all the major brands. So whether it's Keller, Remax, Coldwell, Century 21, Sotheby's, all the major brands, and we can go ahead and import that in. And what you'll end up seeing is another folder, kind of like that Keller Williams folder that you saw there for a minute. So you can actually then pick and choose the videos from your brand that you want to go ahead and feature on the front end.
Okay, so if I sign up with this and I want those videos, I just tell you and your team to make sure that's imported on the library when I first get it?
Yep.
Okay, that sounds good.
Great. A couple other things I want to show you quickly here. Let's say that you want to create a channel for yourself. So let's say that you've got a bunch of videos that you want to create. I know we were talking earlier about the Denver listings, but let's say you want to create that Denver listings channel. It's very easy to create an own channel. All you got to do is right click on my videos and you select this create new button. It's going to ask you for a name that you want the name of the folder, and again, a folder is synonymous with a channel, so we're going to call this Denver listings. Go ahead and hit add folder. And you'll notice here now we've got Denver listings under my videos. However, when I click on Denver listings, there's no content in it. So in order to add content to it, let's say that we want to add this video right here and this video to your Denver listings. Well, when I click on them, you'll notice that both of these videos that I clicked on turn blue, yet this one that right here that I did not click on is still gray. And it's just an easy drag and drop. So just drag and drop into Denver listings. And what that's going to do is just add that to the Denver listings channel. And it just takes just a second, but we'll get a little kind of success notification here in just a minute. And you can drag and drop as many videos as you want. So now when I click on the Denver listings video, I've got both of these right here. And then again, if you wanted to feature it, you could just select the feature on the home page. The other thing I wanted to...
I can drag and drop, or I can just copy the URL and give it a destination to go to.
Exactly, exactly. So those are kind of the two ways of adding content to a new channel. One other kind of thing that I want to show you is I've showed you how to kind of feature individual channels, but let's say that you have a video that you want to feature kind of in that slider that I showed you. And let's say it's this bike video, for example. Well, you'll notice it just like the channels next to each video. So if I scroll down, you'll notice every video's got it. There's these little wrench icon, and it's the same process. I just click on that wrench icon, say feature on homepage, you get the little yellow star, and then the success notification up here. And then when I go back into the front end of the library, I am just taking just a second here. But then you'll notice here it should show up here in this slider, and it should be the last one. So it should be this guy right here. So if I click on this guy, there it is. It's the bike video right there. So that's the way to feature an individual video.
And you can change the order of those as well.
Yes, you can. I'll go ahead and show you how to change the order on all that good stuff. I'll actually show you how to do that here in just a second. I'm going to show you two other things here on the back end of the library, and then I'll show you how to do that. Couple things real quick before the back end. So I showed you the sort functionality. Let's say you want to search things by keyword. We have a keyword. You can type in, let's say, you want to go market report, or I think market update. Just type it in, click return. Nope, nothing pulled up. What it's doing is searching all the titles and the descriptions. Let's just type in market. Should pull up something. There it goes. So anything in the title or description with market showed up. The other thing I want to show you is this filter button right here. If you click on the filter button, what this shows you is you can type in any of the sources, whoever's producing content. So let's say that we want to look up all of the Tom Ferry videos. Oh, he's not in here right now. So let's say that we want to look up all the videos by, you just start typing it in. So like 24K, for example, 24K shows up. Go ahead and select it. and it pulls in all the 24K real estate videos. So it's just an easy way to search content by who's actually producing the content. Any questions before I kind of move on?
Let's think. I don't think so. It sounds
Okay.
pretty cool so far.
Great. So I'm going to show you now down the left-hand side, these admin bar. You'll notice we have a number of different options here. So first thing is marketplace. This marketplace really is just another way to kind of look at this marketplace right here. So again, remember, we've actually added 4 marketplaces. So the sports and outdoor, both of the real estate, and the Colorado. And like I mentioned before, our team of curators is constantly adding new videos and building marketplaces. And you'll notice that we actually have marketplaces that aren't in your library. So education, for example, and automotive. You can tell, so these are an overview of every marketplace that we have. You can tell that a marketplace is sitting in your library if it's got a little blue checkbox next to it. So if you want to remove it, let's say that you really don't want sports and outdoors in it, you can just click this remove and it'll pull it out of your library. Or if you wanted to add education, you just scroll over and click add to library. So it's just an easy way to kind of look at all the different marketplaces. But again, this isn't really too important since the ones that you need are already in your library. 2 other things. I'm going to jump down here to create video and analytics before I come back to contacts and newsletters. So what Create Video is, this is a partnership with a company called WeVideo. WeVideo is one of the world's most powerful video editors platform. It allows you to quickly create and edit a video. And what you do is you sign up with WeVideo once, and then it'll automatically log you in like it logged me in here. And it's a video editor. And what's cool about it is not only can you create a video, so you can hit record and it'll tap into your little camera on your computer, but you can upload anything that you shot on a GoPro or iPhone, and then it's a pretty standard editor. So you drag and drop. Here's an intro. Let's say I want to shorten the intro. Drag and drop this here. Let's pull that out. Let's add a transition. Oh, go ahead and pull that there. So anyways, as you can see here, it's pretty easy to kind of start to create videos and things like that. So as you see,
Hey, Albert,
anyways, that's kind of what it looks like. And then when you finish it, you have a number of upload options, so you can go ahead and hit upload, and it'll ask you, oh no, this is where you upload. I meant the publish options. So when you go to finish video, what you can do here is you can actually choose to publish it to YouTube. And since we've linked your YouTube account to your Tagible library, it'll automatically show up in your Tagible library.
That's cool. So if I do a listings video and I want to have, if I want to put in text the address or phone number on the video, that's possible using this?
Yes, you can you can overlay a bunch of text using this kind of text button right here. Whether it's a lower third or a title or end credits and things like that. But this is a great, easy way to kind of build and edit any videos, and then publish it to your YouTube channel, which automatically then ends up in your Tagible library.
You can add music as well.
Yep. So this little music guy up here, it's got a bunch of license-free content that you can go ahead and use. So. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, this sounds really cool. I think this is a really great kind of editor that I can really add some the extra touches on my listings videos and stuff like that. So I'm liking it.
Yep, absolutely. A couple other quick things. Analytics. What this is this is a overview of all the site analytics, and what I mean by site analytics is it'll show you who's coming to your site, who's watching what. It'll show you if they're coming to your embedded site or your .taggable site, and it's taking just a minute to load, but it'll show up here in just a second. It'll show you what people are looking at, so specifically whether it's individual videos or channels. So here you go. Here's the site. You can sort it by time frame, so you can see that people are only coming to the .taggable version just because we haven't embedded this yet. They're spending a long time on your site. These are the different channels that people are looking at, and these are the videos kind of all time. So it's just a great kind of feedback tool here, which is very nice. All right.
what button do?
What's
the
that?
right hand?
Generate report is what this will do is go ahead and generate a report that you can go ahead and download. So an Excel document that you can kind of download to your site or to your computer. I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool, cool. So you can see I just downloaded that when I clicked that there. So I've got it now downloaded. So. Two other quick things. So contacts and newsletters. So I'm going to start with contacts, and what this is this is our contact manager. And what this is you can upload any contact into here. You can upload it in one of two ways. You can upload either an individual contact by hitting this add contact. So let's say I want to upload myself. Type in an email. And then you could just say save and close contact or add another contact if you wanted. And the contact was successfully created. So now if I search for it, type in Reese. Oh, I'm actually in here twice. Delete that. Or the second way you can upload contacts is you can upload a big list, so a CSV file. And the way to do that is you go ahead and click import. And you then pick a CSV from your computer. Now, one of the important things to note with the CSV, which I'm sure you're familiar with, Alec, is you got to make sure that the title headings are correct. And if you want an example of what the headings need to be, or the column headings, you can click what is it, and then you can click view example, and that'll again download a example CSV that you can go ahead and use. And then you can just import that in, and that everything will show up here on the right hand side. Now, this left hand side, what this is an opportunity to segment your contacts. So let's say you want to create a new segment. All you got to do is right click on all contacts, create new segment, and I'll just call this test. And you'll notice that it's now in the test. And then to add a contact to the test folder, I'll search for my name again. You'll notice the segments under all contacts. I just select the contact and just drag and drop that in there. And you notice now I'm showing up under the test segment. So it's a great way to segment your contacts. So for example, if you have a bunch of contacts in Denver, you put in all the Denver contacts, and then you can put in all the Boulder contacts, and that'll let you segment them in different ways. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I have a few questions regarding the contacts. So I can make as many different segments as I want, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And let's say I have a contact that's in a few segments. And let's say I have multiple people that are in multiple segments. Is there a way that I don't have to pick and choose through all contacts, drag and drop them? Is there a way I can just, kind of tell them to go to multiple segments in the immediate upload?
Yes, good question. So the easiest way to do it is in your CSV file. Under the column segment, what you can do is designate which segments you want it in. So let's say, for example, that we wanted Pam Woods right here in the test in test 1. What you would do then in your CSV file is under the segment column, you would put in test, you would put in the plus sign, and then you would put test 2 or test 1. So you put the name of the segment, the plus sign, and the name of the other segment you want. And then when she gets uploaded, she'll automatically be copied into both segments.
Okay. And so I have two more questions regarding the contacts.
All right, go ahead.
So, right now, I'm using Top Producer.
Yep.
It's a CRM essentially for agents, and I have all my contacts in there. Is there a way I could do the transfer? Or do I pretty much just have to take them and put the emails into a CSV file?
Yeah, so what's really nice about it is pretty much all CSV or all CRMs, whether Top Producer or something else, will let you export out a CSV file or an Excel file, which you can quickly turn into a CSV file. And then you can just quickly import it in. So what you need to do for Top Producer is just quickly export it and then re-import it. It'll take, should take, no more than a minute and a half.
Okay. And I guess the second question, it's probably the most obvious question you get. Is there a limit to the number of contacts I can add into this?
So it's all based upon your plan. So the typical agent plan is 100 contacts. And if you want to add more contacts, and the system will lock you out based upon what plan you have. So let's say that you have 100 contacts. If you try and upload 101, it won't let you. It'll only let you upload the first 100. If you want to purchase additional contacts, you can. You can purchase an additional 500 contacts for $10 a month. So.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess show me the newsletter portion, and at the end we can talk pricing.
Great. So the newsletter. I'm going to go ahead and click into newsletter. And what you'll notice here is we have a number of just newsletters that we've created in the past. As you can see, we've created a number of demo newsletters. I'll show you how to create another newsletter. So what you need to do is go ahead and click the Create New button. You need to give it a title, and I'll call this Alex Email. And then what you can do is pick from a couple of different templates. So we've got 3 different template options: custom, which is completely customizable, and then a short and a long, which are 2 kind of prefabricated templates. The long has more options to include video. Short has less options. Today I'm going to show you the custom version, since I actually think it's the coolest. So you click on custom and then go ahead and hit create. And what you're going to see is it automatically pulls in your logo and your social media links, and I can show you how to change those here in a minute. And then you'll notice this little orange plus sign. And the way to start building out your template is to go ahead and click on that plus sign. And this gives you all the different layout options that we have. So here's a number of here's a video one that's got a big video, 3 small videos. Here's just 3 small videos. Here's 1 big hero, a couple different layouts. This is a text option and call to action, and then 2 other video options. And I'll show you kind of 3 main ones. So first, let's start with the text. So I'm going to click on it, and you'll notice here that you got another plus sign that showed up, but there's no text here. All you got to do is click on this little pencil guy on the right hand side and go ahead and start typing something. I'm going to go, hey Alex Network, yada yada yada. You can change the color of the font, you can change the size, the style of it, whether it's centered or to the left, if you want to bold it, whatever you want to do, and then you just hit save. And you'll notice here now we've got the text in there, and I'll show you how to change all these colors here at the end. But that's the way to kind of add a text block. Now what you've got here is now you can add another block either above or below the text. So I'm going to add one below the text. So I'm going to click on this plus sign again, and I'm going to add a video, and I'm going to pick this video because I want a big video. So you notice that a layout shows up, and then all I got to do is come in and click add. And what it's going to do is pull up all the different channels in my library, and I need to pick which channel I want to add videos from. So for example, we created that Denver Listings channel. I'm going to click that Denver Listings, and now when I go ahead and click add again, it'll pull up all the videos from the Denver Listings video. So obviously these were the 2 videos that we drag and dropped into there. I'm going to go ahead and pick one, just add it in. And you'll notice here that we've got everything in here. Now the final thing I'm going to show you, and again, now I've got another option I can either add a text or video above the text here, above the video here, or below the video here. So we've got different options of where to add it. But I'm going to show you how to add a call to action. So I'm going to go ahead and here and put in the call to action. So it puts in a generic call to action, and to edit it, I just come and click this little pencil guy. And you put in whatever text you want. So let's say sign up for a home tour today. Sign up, and then you put in whatever URL you want. So let's say, for example, it's your home site. So alecgrass.com. And I'll just go ahead and hit save. And you'll notice here that you have your own call to action. So as you can see here, pretty quickly, I built a video newsletter in about a handful of seconds. A couple other things I'll show you here real quick. Let's say you want to change some of the color scheme. Just hit this colors over here, and here's all the different colors. Let's say I want to change that to white. I don't like this text, so it's the text block right there. So if I just get it and just pull it up to the white, and then kind of the save button is this little guy over here on the right hand side. So I just hit that save, and you'll notice here that this is now white. And you can do that for not only the font, but you got all these different things. And for some reason you start changing and you don't like it, you can hit the reset. It'll take you back. Other thing I want to show you here is mobile view. So this is what the email will look like on the desktop. This is what it'll look like on the mobile. So this is what it'll look like mobilely. And then when you're ready to send it, you can send it either two ways. So I always recommend sending a test first. So you hit the send test. You can pick who you want to send it to. So you want to send it to yourself, send it to, put in the email, the subject, and who you want it to come from. When you're actually ready to send the email itself, you can just hit send now, and it's going to ask you a couple of different things. So it's going to ask you who do you want to send it to. So this is the recipients list, and this is why that all contacts, this is where you can either pick all contacts or one of your segments. So let's say we just want to pick, we're just going to go ahead and click all contacts since we don't have any other people right now in the segments, but this is where you can send it to individual segments. So I'll pick all contacts, and then go ahead and hit next step. It's going to ask you what you want the title of the email, so and then I'll ask you the subject, so it'll be what's going on in Denver. The pre-header text, this is the text you see, when you open your email browser and you haven't opened the email yet and you just see a little bit of text, this is the text you see there. That's the pre-header text. So it's, hey guys, whatever it is, and this is coming from you, and this is just coming from your email address, press.com, and then go ahead and hit next step. The link options, this allows you to either send it from your Tagible site, so the .tagible.com version, or if you choose to embed it, you'll ultimately pick this option, and then you just need to pick the embed code. So if you want to pick it, here's the embed code for this site, and then you go ahead and hit next step. And under the confirmation, it'll say, hey, you're sending it to 104 people. The subject and all the replies, this is who it's going to. You can either send now or schedule it. And if you want to schedule it, just hit schedule, and then you can kind of pick and choose the day and time. I'm obviously not going to send this. But that's the easy way to do it. And then when you do send it, it'll actually track all the analytics. So the open rates, the click-through rates, who opened what, all that type of good stuff.
So, few quick questions for you here, Reese.
Yep.
I'm big into not only videos but also pictures.
Yep.
Am I able to incorporate some pictures in here as well?
So the way the system stands right now, you cannot incorporate pictures yet. We are getting to a place where you'll be able to incorporate pictures shortly.
Okay. Another quick question. So I have a marketing person that works kind of with me, and they're producing a kind of newsletter each month, albeit it's not video related. Is there some way I can kind of merge the two, or do you see this standing separately on its own?
So what we really envision is this stands separately on its own, and the reason why is a couple of reasons. First and foremost, what's nice is as you obviously understand, videos get significantly more open rates. This custom email builder is more dynamic than most email constructors and creators out there in terms of being able to add video, things like that. The other thing is when somebody opens up the email and clicks on a video, they're actually taken back into your library to watch the video. So if your library is embedded in your site, they'll be watching from the embedded site. So it's a great way to drive traffic back to your library or your embedded site. So that's why we really envision it standing on its own.
Okay, and there's no limit to the number of newsletters I can send out each month. It just has to do with the people I send it to?
Correct, exactly. So you can send as many newsletters or emails as you want. So you can send, 50 if you really wanted to. The only thing that the system tracks is the number of contacts and the number of email addresses you actually have in your contact manager.
Okay, and then once they're sent, I can then look at analytics on the individual newsletter?
Yep. So when you come back in here to the newsletter button, you'll notice here, these are all the different newsletters we've created. We haven't sent any of these, so this is Alex's email. So if I sent this over here on the right-hand side, I would see I'd see the high-level stats, so the sends, opens, the click-throughs, and then there's a button for detailed analytics where I can click into that and see who actually clicked on what.
Okay, that sounds really cool. So quick question. I mentioned I have my marketing person that works for me. More likely than not, I would want them also having access to this. Is it possible to add more than one people if I were to do, get this for myself as an agent?
Yes, we can add as many different users as you want. So if you got somebody managing all your marketing, we can easily add them as a admin of the site.
Perfect.
So two last things I want to show you here before we wrap up. So the first is how to customize your logo and social media links. If you click, actually three last things. To customize your logo and social media links, click on the drop down and you come in here to customize community. And you'll notice here that we have 4 tabs, and there's really only a couple tabs you need to worry about. So under the design tab, this is where you can change your logo or your favicon or the background. And again, this background is really only applicable for the .tagible version. So you can upload your own, or for the background, you can actually choose from some prefab templates that we have. And then under contact information, this is where you can upload your social media links. So you just go ahead and copy and paste in the URL, hit save. And the last thing I'll show you is under meta keyword and description. This is where you can change the home banner text. So if you want to say Alex Gress, whatever it is, just type that in and hit save. 2 other quick things here. Manage homepage. I told you I'd show you how to kind of reorder everything. So this is where you can kind of change the order of things. So you just click on manage homepage. This is going to allow you to change the order in which your videos and channels are showing up on the front end of your Tagible site. As soon as it logs in there, it's just moving a little slow right now. So you notice here that these are all the featured channels that you have on your site. So to change the order, you just click on one, you just drag and drop it, you hit save order. These little X's allow you to go ahead and delete or remove the channel from the front end of your site. You can do the same thing with individual videos. So featured slider is again where all those videos are kind of highlighted. And to change the order, you can just move things around and hit save order. These little X's allow you to kind of remove it from the front end of the site. Last thing I want to show you here is just embed codes. So to generate your own embed code, I will show you how to do it. So let's say we want to create a new entry and we want to create one for your home page, the entire home page. You just say create new entry. And as soon as this loads up here in a second, there we go. What you want to do is give it a name. So we're just going to call this test embed code. Then you need to give it the code type. So this is whether you want to code for an actual channel or the whole home page. We're going to do the whole home page. And then the size rule, you got to do custom size. And the way the best sizing that looks is 950 pixels widthwise by 1000 pixels height. And then just this meta title and description, all we do is copy this name in here. This just gives you something that we can go ahead and index for SEO purposes. Go ahead and hit save. And what this is going to do is this is going to automatically save the home embed code so that you can take that and then drop that in your front end. So you can see it's saved now. And to get the code, you just hit this get code button. And this is the code that you ultimately drop into the back of your WordPress site. So.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's
one more question before you move on here, Reese.
Yeah.
This is my final question that does not have to do with pricing. So when I go to manage this, I want to go to manage it, but I haven't embedded my site. Do I go to the Tagible site only to manage it?
Great question. Great question. Yes, in order to manage it, the best way to do it, what you want to do is you want to go to the .tagible.com site, because that's where you're going to see the login, and that's going to be where you ultimately log into the back end of your site. Yeah, so even if you have it embedded, so if you have this embedded in your native site, so at alecgress.com, you'll have to come to what we're going to ultimately call your site will be alecgress.tagible.com to ultimately manage this on the back end.
Okay, that sounds good.
Cool.
So
And
what does this cost for an agent?
yes, great question. So the pricing for an agent is $9 a month. And what that gets you everything you've seen here, access to all the marketplaces, the ability to embed it, ability to add your own content, send emails, and it gets you up to 100 contacts. And again, if you want to add more contacts, it's an additional 500 contacts for $10 a month.
Okay. And there's no setup fees, and I can cancel any month if I choose so.
Yep, month to month and no setup fees. So works great.
If I sign up for a year, do I get some kind of discount?
Good question. Yes, if you sign up for an annual, so for 1 year, you get a 10% discount.
Cool. All right. Well, this sounds really good, and I think I'd like to sign up for a year.
Perfect, fantastic. We'll go ahead and get you set up. Appreciate your time today. And if you have any more questions as you're kind of setting up your site, obviously don't hesitate to reach out to me. But more importantly, we have something that we call learn.tagible. And this is where we've created a bunch of how-to videos in terms of how to kind of use your library. And this will allow you to kind of learn additional things, anything that we missed here.
Okay, that sounds perfect. I just go on your website to start the process going here and sign in and stuff like that?
Yep, you can just go to tagible.com, and under tagible.com, you can just go here to plans. And here's the individual, and if you want to do the annual, you just come here to the annual and you can just hit this get started.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. I'll get going on that soon.
Great, thank you very much. Appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Reese.
Bye.